Hi hi.
Hey! Let me tell brother I'm live.
Zira.
Okay, I am live now. Zuri! 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 Oh my god. I was watching Fire Force. I have so many opinions about Fire Force. I have so many opinions about Fire Force. Hi Azzy, we're gonna start book club soon. I have so many opinions about Fire Force. Can we talk about Fire Force first? Let's talk about Fire first. Fire Force. Let's talk about Fire Force first. Okay. I forgot how not great this author is at writing woman. I forgot that they are not good at writing woman. They are bad at writing woman. I forgot. I also forgot that it's a girl, right? It's a woman. I believe the author is a woman. Is a woman of sorts, correct? Yeah. They're not good at writing women, and I also believe that they are in fact afflicted with female, correct? His name is I know his name is Knighted Soul Eater, so that's with Soul Eater in context. They are not good at writing woman, and like, I think the fact that they are a woman is so noticeable. It is so noticeable. Because I believe it was a woman who wrote this, because somebody told me once, oh no, it's fine that they do the like sexist jokes, or like the like girl hot jokes. Girl naked, girl hot jokes, because she's a girl, so it is like she's not also objectifying women when she does it. And I was like, I don't think that's how that works. This is like the female version. This is like the male gaze, but like yassified. It's the yassified male page. It's a dude. Oh my god, why does he do this like this then? He does it like he's a woman. He does it like he's a woman. Like he's a woman who's in on some joke. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's so on the nose, and it wraps around to being like, oh no, he's like being so cheeky. It's like he gets it. He's like one of you. No, you're not one of us. What, like, example. Oh my god, example. I hate that she has the same name as my dog. Tamaki? Tamaki in Fire Force is the worst. She may be the worst character in the entire show. She is not as useless as the nun, because the nun is like, if she had pyrokinetic powers or could like defend herself at all, like she could fight at all, I would be like, she is useful for the team, but she is not trained to do any actual fire soldier or anything. She has no training to do anything else besides like say the Lord's Prayer.
Says hi to you, Rude.
Like, what the fuck? Hi. Like, hi Nova. Like, she is not trained to do anything else, and it's aggressively noticeable that she is not trained to do anything else besides just stand there and pray. It is so useless. Like, I get that they're like, it's symbolically having a nun there to pray for the dead is like super good and whatever, but like, girl, if functionally she just looks like she's just in the way. Like, come on, you guys are like actively like dragging out like terrorist situations because you're like, I can't put anybody down unless the nun is in the room. That's crazy. Terrorism is happening, a lot of it, like all over the place, and you guys are like aware of some grand conspiracy. What, are you just letting this rock? That's crazy. I'm sorry. I respect you and your religious practices, people of Fire Force, but like, come on, terrorism is happening. Like we really are splitting hairs right now. Like, we're really splitting hairs right now. Oh, but the terrorism that's happening has to do with human beings who are like on fire and need to be put to rest. Okay, semantics. Right now, there's a lot of terrorism happening, and like half the city is on fire. I think we can like, you know, sort of expedite this a little bit. Like, we can do the prayer afterwards or something, and like in memoriam. I don't know, but like it's functionally not working. The nun is so useless. She's so pointless. But she's not as bad of a character as Tamaki. She's functionally useless, which is whatever. But, like, Tamaki's crime is that she's actively useless. Yes, please. Why? Why? Oh my god. Is it on Crunchyroll? And with my neck. Okay, I love my brother. Like, Tamaki is functionally and actively useless. She's actively useless. Like, she has red flames that are like kitty cat ears and a kitty cat tail, but like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Like, for real, who gives a shit? Like, what do you mean? And her fire is also red, so it's like the coldest fire. So it's like not gonna burn anybody. It's super useless. It's so incredibly useless. And then like in season 2 they make her a nun. Then I say it's better than Fire Force. I will believe you because Fire Force has its issues. Hey Callie, is Tamaki the one with her titties out even though she's what, 15? Tamaki is 15? I don't know how old she is. She's the one who with the red cat ears and the red cat tail. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's like, and then she has a trope where she's always like naked or her clothes fall off. Give me a fucking break. Come on, snap my neck. Like, take me out Old Yeller style. Just drag me into the back and just shoot me. Like, come on. I can't stand it. I hate it here. What are we doing? Hi, Big. Okay, yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Let me double check. She's so dumb, and she, like, is so useless. And then they make her a nun. And, like, I know that, like, functionality-wise, they needed a second nun because, again, the whole entire plot was being held up by, like, there only being one nun. And mind you, this is a semantical thing that only fucking Fire Force 8 or whatever. Like, only number 8's doing this. So everybody else is, like, getting shit done. Or they have a whole team of just religious people, just bishops and fucking priests and shit. Like, they just have an entire group of people who just do that. Which is either do that or don't do it. You cannot have one nun on your team and then expect to be able to actually solve problems. That's insane. That's so fucking short-sighted. Oh, but we're like a new group. You guys, you're putting a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations on me. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You guys have enough money to like be investing in all this equipment and shit. You should invest in hiring another nun. It's like... Or why don't you, or the men should just become, like, bishops or some shit. Like, come on. Oh my god. Yes, it's the worst fucking part about Fire Force. And it pisses me off because it's only her. It's the sole purpose of her character. It's so fucking serious. Like, it's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. Like, I don't mind a little cheeky little boopy joke every now and then, but it's like, it's the reason it's aggravating is because it serves no purpose to the plot and it derails the plot and it also makes her actively useless in emergency situations because all her clothes will just come off, and because Fire Force works in like semi-logic, it has semi-logic, her clothes are still on the ground and they acknowledge that she is now actively actually naked and has to get redressed and that she is functionally useless for the next 15 active in-world minutes. Like, you can't do anything with her. That's annoying and dumb. That's annoying and dumb. It's dumb and annoying if you were actually in that scenario, and it's dumb and annoying to watch. I don't want to see that. It's even said in the actual show that, quote, fan service is the only reason she exists, and she's a whole plot point. Yes. Hi, Roland. I am Rolla. Gets run over. Hi, Roland. Welcome back. Hi. Hi, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Roland. Oh my gosh, it is her I'm thinking of. How old is this girl? Oh my god, she's 17. I knew it. You guys are not. Don't be these people. Don't be these people who are out here, unless it's actively a, like, plot thing, and it has to do with, like, in the world of the anime, any of these numbers have any sort of, like, value. Do not be the guy who's on Wiki being like, well, you know, in canon that they're 14. It's like, okay, but like, Nobody is, no, you had to go onto Wiki to know that. Unless there's a reason, like, for example, when you talk about fucking, Apothecary Diaries, where, like, the whole age thing is, like, very important, and, like, very much, like, people's ages has a very heavy effect on the plot. Like, okay, but don't be yelling at people about should you, like, oh my god, Yamato, like, the whole Yamato thing, I think is really dumb, because people have to, like, go and show me calendars. They have to split hairs and show me calendars, and be like, theoretically, allegedly, girl, you had to, like, you didn't just, like, think about this, you had to meditate on it. For it to become a problem, you had to meditate on it, that's crazy! That being said, Tamaki being used as for fan service, and also having a full-time job fighting crime at 17 is crazy. If that's canon and that, like, is a thing, it's like, that's super insane. Yeah, I just was like, why are they making characters that look like kids be the fan service character? Well, okay, everyone has that kind of face, though. Even the person who's, like, a military vet has a very similar face to her. So, like, even the woman who, like, she's older than the nun, the black girl who, like, steps on people. She, like, has to be in her 30s or something, right? She's gotta be. They all have a baby face. So I would not have known that character was 17 in that art style. I'm just saying. I don't think that's fair. In this context. Especially because you and I are both artists. I don't, like, everybody has a baby face in her art style. So I would not have known unless you told me. That being said, she is written very immature and very fucking annoying. I don't really think that's, like, the point of contention here. I don't think it's the art style point of contention here. I don't think it is. Because they're sexualizing the black lady, too. And she's, like, in her 30s. I don't think that's the problem here. I think there's many problems here. I think there's many problems here with how they, one, objectifies women, two, sexualizes them. This is an active problem, but I think it's an active problem in every direction. I don't think anyone's safe. This is like when we were reading Magical Girl site, and we were like, nobody is safe. Everyone's catching strays. Like, this man is just attacking everybody. Everyone's being objectified. Everyone's being fucking demoralized. In every direction. No escape. She's young looking and acting. It's like, yeah. Like, you can't, yeah. Like, also, she's like a cat girl. Oh, God, she's so fucking, you know what? You know what I'm realizing my point I'm trying to make is, her age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You wanna know why? Because she's not a character. She's a compilation of a bunch of different fetishes. Like, her original outfit was her wearing a bikini and just her fire pants and her jacket out, like, just like bikini firefighter kink, super specific kink. She's not, like, her age is irrelevant because she's, like, that isn't even the point. I don't even think in the compilation of, like, fetishes that make up her character, I don't even think that that's in the top 10. Like, I don't think it's in the top 10. I don't think it is. Like, I think, cause, like, I was bothered by her long before her age even got brought up. Like, she could be 25 and I still would think she's fucking annoying and needs to stop. I don't even think it matters. She's a fucking concept. No, like, literally I was watching it. You just reminded me. I was like, this is such a Mary Sue of a character. My God. Cause, like, oh, she's the cat girl. Yeah, and she's the damsel in distress. Oh no, and she's also, like, super pure and becomes a nun. But, like, on top of her becoming a nun, she's a sexy firefighter. But also, like, come on, please. And, like, I guess she's also, like, 17. Throw that in there, why not? It's very that. It's very much that. Which also really, really made me mad because her specific power is so fucking pretty and cool looking. Her power is not cool looking. It's so goofy looking to me. Her being a person with no cat-like characteristics. Like, if you had power from, like Chainsaw Man, like, shoot out a cat tail and cat ears, it would still be corny as fuck, but it would make more sense because she displays feline behavior in general. This character does not depict any or display any feline behavior. She's just a girl. She's just a lady. I'm up. Your body hurts? Welcome to the land of the living, rolling high. She's just a chick, so like, it's corny as hell because it feels really shoehorned and doesn't make any sense. At least Mary Sue's are usually super powerful and solve problems. No, you forget the characteristic of a Mary Sue, where the fact that she is pathetic is why she's good. Her inability to do or succeed at anything is what makes her charming. Because that makes her a girl failure. Girl failures are still Mary Sue's. There's like the Mary Sue flavor where it's like, we are all powerful and we can solve all of our problems all the time. We are so cool. And then there's the ones who are just like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a lady. It's not about the cat thing. I barely even remember her being a cat. I'm just talking about how it looks. How it looks in the show is bum to me. To me. How it looks in the show to me is booty cheeks.
Hello, I am Virgilius the Red Gaze.
Virgilius the Red? Virgilius the Red? Virgilius, you stopped me in my tracks. I was about to pick up my book to read it, and then you said something that made me confused, because I smoked weed. Wait. Where do you get your name from, Virgilius? It's a very interesting name. You're a color fixer? You beat colors. Cal did not watch. Oh, okay. Then I don't know what it looks like in the manga. No clue. Zero clue. I'm watching the anime, so like in the anime it looks booty cheeks. However, comma. ... Wink. She's not the only bum-ass bum of a character. Who is this pink-haired bitch? I can't stand her. She is so useless and dumb and annoying. I hate her. The dark-skinned pink-haired girl lady. There's a dark-skinned pink-haired lady. She's like the fifth pillar. Her. The one who like traces lines and then she can make explosions that way by following heat patterns. Inca? Yeah, I hate her. Well, damn. I guess someone introduced you to the PM fan base. What's the PM fan? What do you mean? We're talking about Fire Force. She fucking sucks. No, like for real. Like she's such an edgelord for no reason. Like every time she speaks, I just, you know that meme of ¿Cómo se dice? What's his name from Incredibles? Guy with the orange hair from The Incredibles. You know that meme where he has like his hand in front of him like a fucking Discord mod? Every time she speaks, I have that image in my head.
Project Moon and Roland and I are from the same fan base.
Project Moon, Roland, and you. Are you all just sharing a computer? Or you may have just Roland. Hi Gonzo. Hi Gonzo, how are you doing? Her and Shinra have a fucking kid, dude. No, they don't. That is stupid. And dumb. And I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That's stupid and dumb. And I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Okay. And I move on to posting that I am here doing stream. Book.
Why do you assume we share the same computer?
It's just very convenient that you showed up and you're friends with the lollygaggers. Very convenient. It's okay. How's my reaction? I'm gonna pretend that I didn't hear that and that it didn't happen because it makes me angry and I wish it was a better story.
Just like the same game company.
You like the same game company? Is that okay? Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Like, I love so many angles and concepts about Fire Force, but holy shit on a shingle.
I am dying over here.
Holy shit on a shingle. This writer sure is this writer. This writer sure is this particular writer who's really good at coming up with ideas. He's really good at coming up with ideas. And he's really good at getting approved for animes and making weekly shonen. He's really good at all of those things in conjunction. Results may vary. I don't fucking know. I think it's very funny that Fire Force is supposed to be a well thought out prequel to Soul Eater, but it's like the worst thing Okubo has ever written. Like, Okubo is better of a world builder than a writer. He is. Like, he would make some of the sickest D&D campaigns on God. Oh wait, hi country. He would make some of the sickest D&D campaigns on God. But like, would you trust him to write you like a manuscript? I don't know about all that. Maybe it's you're asking a little bit too much. He gets like really excited about like Endgame. I feel like he has this like Endgame in his mind. He gets like really fucking excited about it, and he gets really excited about laying down the landmarks for it. But then he also gets like really crazy fucking distracted every 2 seconds. 'Cause sure. Because why not? I will say, Benny, I love him so much. Is it shocking to anyone that I love the Crash Out King who was also on fire? This sounds about right. I have a new Crash Out King to put in my pocket. Now I have 2. Well, I have several, but I have 2 now. I love me a Crash Out King. I love me a boy who crashes out so hard that he dies. I feel like Benny's gonna crash out so hard that he dies. I just feel like what I'm seeing in my eyes right now is a man who is setting himself up for failure. Which pisses me off because that's how I am and how I write. That's why I had to get someone to put a pen to paper for me while I just do everything else. You gotta narrow in on a thing though. You can't do that. That's how projects never get finished. Or they get finished and they don't like come out the way you want because you started too big. Start too big. You start too big. I love narrative building. And like I like conceptualizing for worlds and stuff. Like I thought a lot about like for the comic I wrote, I thought a lot about how the society functions and the consequences of different like elements of it. Like if in the society I made you have a slum area and you have a major city area, but you're basically dictating that one group cannot enter the other area, you have to have a system in place for how that actively like functionally would work. In my head, I think anyway. In my head I would think anyway. But I think stuff like that like builds interesting story. It's like having an escape room. It's like having an escape room. It's like interesting shit to put around for people to grab at and like play around with to figure out plot points and shit. That's fun. Okay. I think it's time to start reading book. Let me find good music. Let me find good music. Okay, let's see. This'll work. Ooh, I was kind of thinking earlier about playing, como se dice, fucking...
Sorry for the delay, brother.
Oh no, I'm just starting to read the book. We were talking about anime for like 30 minutes. We're talking about anime for like 30 minutes. Like, we are... Frankie Dinkies. We're putting ambiance on, and we're gonna read. And then we're gonna read Alice in Wonderland. Well, I had fun. I did. I was talking about Fire Force. It's like the prequel to Soul Eater. Oh my god. It has so many elements to it that are great, and there's so much about it that is just like, girl, what are we doing? Like, this man could not write a woman for shit. Like, for the longest time, I thought he was a female author, which the way he does like the fan service, it's got the same energy as when like a female fucking writer decides they want to shoehorn in fan service. Like, they're in on some kind of fucking cheeky joke because it's just that on the nose. It's so inane. I hate it. Anyway. What's our warm-up story again?
I got distracted. What are we doing?
We're starting book club. Can you hear the audio from... Can you hear the YouTube audio? Oh, yeah. You can.
Hi, rolling.
Hooked on a feeling. Hello. Can you hear the music? I don't want it to be too loud. Okay. What? Okay, wait. It's gotta be someone else who did that
I
because...
currently only hear you, but I did hear something else before.
Is that better? Tell me when it's loud enough. Can you hear it now? It's gotta be someone else who did that because...
There we go.
Bobbie did not write women like that in Soul Eater. I think... No, he did. He did. I think we all just remember Soul Eater so fondly because it was so very much the 2000s, but like... No, I remember this being also in Soul Eater. I remember this a name bullshit also being in Soul Eater. Maybe he was less confident, so it's a little less, like, all the fucking time. But, no, it's in there. It's 100% fucking in there. Do you not remember Death to the Kid and his obsession with boob sizes? You groping those girls all the time? On God? For
Meanwhile,
real?
I couldn't watch Soul Eater.
You couldn't, and that always confused me. Oh, really? Right? Yeah, you don't remember that? You don't remember all that shit? He was 100%. That was in there. Almost like there was like this one lady,
Art
but
issue.
shit earlier. Like, no, they were like the two sisters were all up in that, quote unquote. And by that I mean like they were used for that trope all the fucking time. Okay, I'm gonna read our warm-up story, which is The Singing Bone. Should I put the poem on screen? Nah, it's fine. You guys are fine. Cough, cough, cough. In a certain country, there was once a great lambnation over a wild boar that ravaged the farmers' fields, killed the cattle, and ripped up people's bodies with his tusks. The king promised a larger reward to anyone who would free the land from this plague, but the beast was so big and strong that no one dared to get near the forest in which it lived. At last, the king gave notice that whoever should capture or kill the wild boar should have his only daughter as his wife. Now, there lived in the country two brothers, sons of a poor man, who declared themselves willing to undertake the hazardous enterprise. The elder, who was crafty and true, out of pride, and the younger, who was innocent and simple from a kind heart. The king said, "In order to be sure to finding the beast, you must go into the forest from opposite sides." So the elder went in on the west, and the younger in on the east. When the younger had gone a short way, a little man stepped up to him. He held in his hand a black spear and said, "I give you this spear because your heart is pure and good. With this, you can boldly attack the wild boar, and it will do you no harm." He thanked the little man, shouldered the spear, and went on fearlessly. Before long, he saw the beast, which rushed at him. But as he held the spear towards it, in his blind fury, it ran so swiftly against it that his heart was cut in two. Then he took the monster on his back and went homeward with it to the king. As he came out at the other side of the woods, there stood the entrance of the house, where people were making merry with wine and dancing.
His older brother had gone in here, thinking that after all the boar wouldn't run away, was going to drink until he felt brave. But when he saw his younger brother coming out of the woods laden with his body, his envious evil heart gave him no peace. He called out to him, "Come in, dear brother, rest and refresh yourself with a cup of wine." The youth, who suspected no evil, went in and told him about the good little man who had given him the spear with which he had slain the boar. The elder brother kept him there until the evening, and then went away together. And when, in the darkness, they came to a bridge over a brook, the elder brother let the other go first. And when he was halfway across, he gave him such a blow from behind that he fell down dead. He buried him beneath the bridge, took the boar, and carried it to the king, pretending he had killed it, whereupon he obtained the king's daughter in marriage. And when his younger brother did not come back, he said, "The boar must have killed him." And everyone believed it. But as nothing remains hidden from God, the black deed was to come to light. Years after, a shepherd was driving his herd across the bridge, and saw lying in the sand beneath a snow-white little bone. He thought that it would make a good mouthpiece, so he clambered down, picked it up, and cut out a mouthpiece with it for his horn. But when he blew through it for the first time, in his great astonishment, the bone began on its own accord to sing. "A friend you blew upon my bone, how long I lay beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar, to take his wife, the king's young daughter." "What a wonderful horn," said the shepherd. "It sings by itself. I must take it to my lord the king." And when he came in with it to the king, and blew the horn again, it began to sing its little song. "A friend you blew upon my bone, how long I lay beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar, to take his wife, the king's young daughter." Sorry, the rock music fucking kicked. No, that took me out. There's a Jeep Cherokee ad. It's a Jeep Cherokee ad.
Good timing.
That's a Jeep Cherokee ad. That's so funny. Where was I? The king understood it all, and ordered the ground below the bridge to be dug up, and then the whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light. The wicked brother could not deny the deed, and was sewn up in a sack and drowned, but the bones of the murdered man were laid to rest in a beautiful tomb in the churchyard. The end. That was really funny. That was god tier timing. That was really fun. I was doing such a good job. That was a really clean, like, crisp read. My dog started freaking out, but I was reading through that really clean. That was a real clean read. Only for a Jeep Cherokee ad to completely ruin it. Someone could have clipped that and made an audiobook. Nope. Never mind. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. It's 7:30. I have to probably put Luna away anyway. I shall leave you guys with Jazz. We read our first book of the night, so I will go and put Luna to bed, and I'll be right back. I have to give her Din Din and put her in her bedroom. And then we're gonna jump into Alice in Wonderland. So just enjoy the jazz for now. I hope the Jeep Cherokee ad doesn't happen again while I'm gone. I'm sorry if it does. I can't skip it. Please don't be mad.
randomly letting everyone know that I saw a cute cat today.
Alright, nerds, I'm back. And I have chocolate. Did you guys get Jeep Cherokee jump scared, or are we good? I hope we're good. No, I saw a cute cat today. I love
We
that.
good for now.
Sick. Sick. Where am I? This is a brother-coded stream. It's got jazz and the sound of rain and books. Yeah, that makes it easier. I had to recalibrate it so my head is pointed correctly when I'm reading. Hooray. Am I gonna sneeze? Whoa. That was loud. Holy crap. That was super crazy loud. Alright.
Blessings.
Blessings be thy neighbor. Let's see. Okay. Are there... Oh, wait. I usually read The Wizard of Oz's author note. Let me read that, and then we can jump into... Because I'm not reading the Alice in Wonderland introduction, because it's massive, and it's not fun. It's like 50 pages. Like, it's nonsense. It's like absolutely just...
Granger knows that if you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, you need to understand what's wrong.
I don't want a Granger. I don't want a Granger. Okay, anyway, where was I? Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was like, what am I reading? I know what I'm reading. This is saved on my computer, so I have to pull it up on my computer. I should make this just something I have on my stream, actually. I'll do that now. Yeah. I almost put Bobbie condoms back on the stream.
A baby brother appeared.
Meow meow. There he is. Meow meow. I just saw it. What the heck? I giggled a little bit and it made me mess up my mouse. Here it is. Here it is. Womp womp. Okie dokie. Folklore, legends, myths, and fairy tales have followed childhood through the ages, for every healthy youngster has a wholesome and instinctive love for stories fantastic, marvelous, and manifestly unreal. The winged fairies of Grimm and Anderson have brought more happiness to childish hearts than all other human creations. Yet, the old-timey fairy tales have served for generations may now be classed as historical in the children's library, for the time has come for a series of newer wonder tales, in which the stereotypes of genies, dwarves, fairies are all eliminated, and together with their horrible, blood-curdling incidents devised by their authors to point out fearsome morals to each tale. Modern education includes morality. Therefore, the modern child seeks only entertainment in their wonder tales and gladly despises with all disagreeable incident. Having this thought in mind, the story of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was written solely to the pleasure of children today. It aspires to become a modernized fairy tale in which the wonderment and joy are retained and the heartache and nightmare are left out. L. Frank Baum, Chicago, April 1900. Let's read some books! Oh my god, it's like saying the national anthem before you play baseball. Brew, can Cal be a party pooper for a second? Sure. What's the party pooper? Why are you pooping on the party?
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl. Never mind. It's okay.
KAL.
What do you mean? What do you party pooping?
Dang autocorrect.
Autocorrect. Never mind. It's okay. Well, now, Cal, you have to tell it, because now if you don't tell us, you're the asshole. I hope you know that. Oh, sorry. I was reading the fucking preface. The preface of the book, which is not important. Cough, cough, cough. All in the golden afternoon, full leisurely we glide, for both our oars with their little skills, by little arms are plied, while the little hands make vain pretense, our wandering to guide, a cruel three in such an hour, beneath such dreamy weather. To beg a tale of breath too weak, to stir a tiniest feather, yet what can one poor voice avail against three tongues together? And precious Prima flashes forth, her Edric to begin it, in gentler tones. I cannot read this word! This is a word that is not a real word, there's no way it's a real word. Secundas? That's not a word. I don't know what this word is. Hopes. There will be nonsense in it.
Let me see.
No, I'm not taking a picture. Well, Turatia interrupts the tale, no more than once a minute. Anon to sudden silence one, in fancy they pursue. Ooh. The dream child moving through the land, a wonder wild and new, in friendly chat with a bird or beast, and half believe it true. And ever as the story drains the well of fancy dry, and faint strove the weary one to put the subject by. The rest next time, it is next time, the happy voice cry. Thus grew the tale of Wonderland, thus slowly, one by one, its quaint events were hammered out. And now the tale is done, and home we stir a merry crew beneath the settling sun. Alice, a childish story take, and with a gentle hand, lay it where childhood dreams are twined, in memory of mystic band. Like pilgrims withered wreath of flowers, plucked in far-off land. Oh my god, that was awful. Why would you start the book like that? Callie, if you don't tell me, I am gonna block you for 6 months. For 6 months. Every time you cross me. No, you love me. Every time you cross me, I add 2 months. Every time you cross me. Okay, chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. We're reading Alice in Wonderland. You love me. Why won't you tell me what it is? Why are you not telling me about being, like, what it is? Why won't you tell me? Now you're pissing me off. Why won't you just tell me? You're pissing me off. Why don't you just fucking tell me? Just tell me. You DMing it to me or something? You're not. So, like, what is the... Talked about what yesterday? What did we talk about yesterday that's so egregious? Why are you pussyfooting? I'm trying to read a book. Okay, chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. Oh my god, the font here isn't curly. Thank god. It's the Roblox shit. I'm getting all of my siblings off the platform and banning them from it. Are y'all still upset about You guys knew what was on Roblox. Why are you surprised that there's a Roblox person who's a freak? Girl, water is wet and forks are found in kitchens. And we all saw this coming. Even your faves, if they are on Roblox, no. Why are y'all shocked? Why are y'all shocked? I don't even know what game you guys were playing that has y'all this tight. How profound was this video game that has you guys being like, I'm so shocked that the fucking closet was glass. There's some game that the younger people, younger than us anyway, like, I don't know, they're like 20, mid-20s, younger than us, who they're the game, it was on Roblox, and they're all into it, but they found out the guy, I don't know what the guy did, no one has told me what the guy did, but the guy
I ran out of popcorn.
The guy who made the game is like a piece of shit, and he's like a bad person, but like, it's on Roblox, so I am like, why are you guys upset enough
Sorry, Roland.
Why are you guys, like, so shocked? I don't know what game. What game was it, Callie?
So, like Minecraft drama?
Yeah. I don't know anything about any of it, though, because I've never been on there. It's that Roblox shit. I'm getting all my siblings off the platform and banning them from it. Yeah, I already read that.
I can research it.
I don't know what game it is. I just know everyone was upset about it. And for like a minute. No, for like 3 or 4 minutes in my chat. That was all anybody was talking about. And I was just like, I'm gonna be respectful and I'm not gonna rain on your parade. But then they asked me to be disrespectful. And I was just like, it's on Roblox. I never trusted. Okay, he said it's called Pressure. Was like #1 on the platform to the point where people who didn't even know what the fuck a Roblox was, including older adults, was only on the platform to play that one. Bullshit. There's no fucking way. I'm looking this shit up. Because if I know what Roblox looks like, how are y'all getting roped into this? This better be like AAA or something, where you guys are getting roped into this if you're grown people.
Oh, he defended his racist and homophobic GF.
Pressure rope. Okay, I'm gonna fucking beat you with a fucking shank. No, I don't want fan art. No. You guys are like out here being delusional. I don't want fan art. I want actual in-game pictures. No, you guys are hiding behind your fan art. I don't care. You guys are hiding behind fan art. I want to know what the actual game looks like. I can't find what the actual game. Ooh, baby. I'm getting a feeling. Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing. Ooh. Where is the game pictures? Are these the game pictures? This just looks, y'all are, I'm seeing regular
I
ads.
feel so Sigma.
I feel so fucking. I'm so good. Shots. You better, Callie, you better defend this right now. Right now on. We're not reading anymore. No, we're not reading. We're gonna read. But not until this is resolved. You're trying to tell me grown-ass adults got wrapped up in this? How? I can believe an older teenager. I can even believe early 20s, mid-20s. Not even mid-20s. Somebody who grew up playing Roblox, right? In their 20s now. I could see them, you know, being like, yeah, I can get into this. I can, my level of, I'm exaggerating my levels of disbelief or whatever the fuck the term is.
He defended his GF who hates that LGBTQ and other races.
Is that it? Wait, is that all he did? Or did... That can't be all this guy did. He did... That's... Okay.
Why the community pissed off?
No, there's no way. No, because my community wouldn't
That
have...
all he did.
My community would not have been announcing this to me like this if this was just mundane. If the Pebble, hi Skanka. Hope you doing well. We're doing good. We're doing book club until everyone decided to derail me with this Roblox game drama. They are not convincing me why
I am reading an article. I didn't do shit.
I didn't do shit either. Oh baby.
That all I am getting.
I need to know what he's being accused of then. Callie says he'll DM me what the accusation is, what he is being accused of doing. No, Callie, you're showing me environments. These are environments. You don't get... This is what I mean. Roblox people out, you got people defending Roblox out here. You just show me like environments and shit. I want to know what the character models look like. Where you're able to suspend your suspension of disbelief is like through the fucking roof. Where you're just like, I can invest my life into Roblox character right now. Here's all that we did. Okay, but like, is there evidence of these things? Because if one person is saying he just cheated on somebody or defended his girlfriend or whatever, and you're saying he's done everything besides fucking, I don't know, genocide a country, I need those are very drastically different things that he's being accused of. It's drastic. Roland, he's saying
We got the Discord messages.
Well, okay, listen. Somebody is missing context because you're saying that there's pictures of him doing whatever or screenshots of whatever, and he's saying there's screenshots of him assaulting people and stuff. Someone's missing some kind of context.
Indeed. I am still confused why the community is pissed off.
Well, apparently he may have SA'd somebody, but like somebody's missing some form of context or somebody's missing something. But also, like, why are you guys shocked? I don't know why you guys are surprised by any of this. Why are you surprised by any of this? Huh? That's what I'm saying. Also, like...
I am reading another article.
You guys need to not believe everything that you get told about online fucking drama. Come on. No, I'm not talking. I'm saying there are two different parties saying two different things are the problem. These are two different groups who are not communicating with each other clearly. If one group is saying he did all this crazy shit, and the other group only knows that he defended his girlfriend or some bullshit, like those two groups need to have discussions and share evidence or something. I don't know. I'm not involved. I don't know anything about any of this shit. Just did because he's just like one dude who thought who wouldn't. I don't know. This feels very. This feels very loaded, and also like again, why is anybody surprised that the guy who is attaching himself to a children's websites. He's an asshole. Like, why does this surprise any of us? Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked by that. That sounds about correct. It sounds about correct, and you can't be like, oh, it's a game engine, it's a platform where you can make games out of it. It's like, okay, but like, it's designed for babies. Why can't you just use a normal, like, scripting website?
I think most people
or some
are assholes.
shit? Like, come on. Like, you are grown enough and old enough where you could just, like, make a normal game with, like, Unity or something. Like, why are you on Roblox? You know the people on there are babies. Like, what are we doing? It feels very dumb to me. It feels very stupid to me. I think you're very actively involved in the community. It was, I guess, or defense shit like this app for it's not for kids. Well, like, that's my problem. Like, why was he making a game that isn't for children on a children's platform? That doesn't make him look good. That makes him look worse. That makes him look even more like a weirdo. This is not the first time I've heard of this either. Like, grown-ass adults going onto Roblox and making grown-ass people games. And then being like, I should be allowed to do this. No, you shouldn't. You should not be allowed to do that. Objectively so. Anyway, we should read the book. This is book club. Like, I don't care about this crazy man. I don't know who he is from a can of paint. Like, I don't know who this man is from a can of paint. I'm not involved. Like, fucking do interior location with, like, fully... Yeah, but, like, that's not cool to me. That's just weird. That's... Callie, it's not cool to me. It's weird and concerning that adults feel the need to go into children's places and like bestow upon it adult things. I don't like that. To me, that's a red flag. To me, that's not understanding boundaries as an adult. To me, it's a problem.
Here, we want this crayon. It's red.
It's like, it's a problem. Callie, we're not talking about this anymore, though. We're not talking about roles anymore. I'm gonna read book. Wants this crayon. It's red? What are you talking about, bro? I'm trying to read the book. Reading the book time. Okay? We're gonna try to just read one chapter. Just the first chapter of Alice.
Takes a bite of a blue crayon. I like red. Book time.
Book time. Book time. Book time. Okay. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and having nothing to do. Once or twice she had dyslexia. She had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? So, she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid, whether the pleasure of making daisy chains would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking up the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very well much of that. What the fuck? That is not what that says. There's no way. That's not what that says. Whoa, that was that was a fiddle faddle of a fucking sentence. That's what that was. There's nothing very... There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very much out of the way to hear that what the hell? That is a weird ass wording. To think it's so very much...
2026 Chevy ready for your daily drives, weekend getaways, and everything in between. Plenty of cargo space.
Why does everybody want to sell me a car? I can't drive, dude.
Than an SUV.
I don't know
It's
how to
Equinox,
I
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You should not be trying to sell me a Chevrolet because I can't drive. Yeah, you can. No, I can't drive. I cannot drive. And I don't have money for Marc Jacobs fucking cologne either. Anyone can drive.
Same.
Who? Okay, Gusto. Anyone can fucking cook. Driving in my car right after me. Ooh, okay.
To think it so very much out of the way, to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall too be late. When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time, it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat, wow,
I suck at reading. Grab a beer and drive. No, you need to read book. When the rabbit actually took a watch out of his waist pocket and looked at it and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for the flash across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again. The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some ways, and then dipped suddenly down, so suddenly that Alice, not a moment to think about, Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself before she found herself falling down what seemed to be a very deep well. Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly. For she had plenty of time, as she went down, to look about her, and to wonder what was going to happen next. First, she tried to look down and make out what she was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then she looked at the sides of the well and noticed that they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves. Here and there, she saw maps and pictures hung up on shelves and pegs. She took down a jar from one of the shelves as she passed. It was labeled orange marmalade, but to her great disappointment, it was empty. She did not like to drop the jar, for fears of killing somebody underneath, so managed to put it into one of the cupboards as she fell past it. Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll think of me at home. Why, I would say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house, which was very unlikely true. Oh, what the hell is happening? Did you know only 32% of crashes involve DUIs? That means 70% of crashes are people not influenced by alcohol. Statistically, people drive better when drunk. What are you on about, Callie? What are you on about?
Down, down, down. Would the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said out loud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think. For, you see, Alice had learnt several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom, and thought this was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her. Still, it was good practice to say it over. Yes, that is about the right distance. But then I wonder what latitude and longitude I've gotten to. Alice had not the slightest idea what latitude or longitude either, what latitude was or longitude either, but she thought there were nice grand words to say. Presently, she began again. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people that walk with their heads their heads downwards. The Antipathies, I think. I don't know what that word means. She was rather glad there was no one listening this time, as it didn't sound all right, or the right word. But I shall have to ask them what the name of their country is, you know. Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand or Australia? And she tried to curtsy as she spoke, fancy curtsying, as you're falling down the air. Do you think you could manage it? And what an ignorant little girl she'll think me for asking. No, it'll never do to ask. Perhaps I shall see it written down somewhere. Down, down, down. There was nothing else to do, so Alice soon began talking again. Dinah will miss me very much tonight, I should think. Dinah was the cat. I hope they'll remember her saucer of milk at tea time. Dinah, my dear, I wish you were here.
Well, here with me.
There are no mice in the air, I'm afraid, but you might catch a bat, and that very much is like a mouse, you know. But do cats eat bats, I wonder? And here Alice began to get rather sleepy, and went on saying to herself in a dreamy sort of way, do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? And sometimes do bats eat cats? For you see, as she couldn't answer either question, it didn't much matter which way she put it. She felt that. The truth? What do you mean the truth? Nobody should be drunk driving. Don't drink and drive. Don't do that. She was dozing off and had just began to dream that she was walking hand in hand, Jesus Christ, walking hand in hand with Dinah. It was saying to her very earnestly, now Dinah, tell me the truth. Did you ever eat a bat? When suddenly, thump thump, down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and fell once over. The fall was over, sorry. I am so dyslexic. Why did I commit to doing this? People said they liked it. Alice was not a bit hurt, and she jumped up on her feet in a moment. She looked up, but it was all dark overhead. Before her was another long passage, and the white rabbit was still in sight, hurrying down it. There was not a moment to be lost. Away went Alice like the wind, and was just in time to hear it say, as it turned a corner, oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting. She was close behind it when she turned the corner, but the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall, which was lit up by a row of lamps hanging from the roof. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked, and when Alice had been all the way down one side and up the other, trying every door, she walked sadly down to the middle, wondering how she was ever getting out again. Suddenly she came up to a little three-legged table, all made of solid glass. Hey Jester, we are reading Alice in Wonderland. We're on chapter 1. Welcome, get comfortable. Of solid glass. There was nothing on it but a tiny golden key, and Alice's first idea was that this might belong to one of the doors of the hall. But alas, either the locks were too large or the key was too small. But at any rate, it would not open any of them. However, on the second time round, that's why I thought it was a timer. Time round, she came upon a low curtain she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door, about 15 inches high. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and to her great delight, it fit. Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage, not much larger than a rat hole. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden you ever saw. How she longed to get out of that little dark hall, wander about amongst those beds of bright flowers with those colorful fountains, but she could not even get her head through the door. And even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be of very little use without my shoulders. Oh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. I think I could, if I only knew how to begin. For, you see, so many out-of-the-way things happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things indeed were really impossible. There seemed to be no use in waiting by the little door, so she went down to the table, half hoping she might find another key on it, or, at any rate, a book of rules for shutting people up like telescopes. This time she found a little bottle on it, which certainly was not here before, said Alice, and tied around the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words, "Drink me," beautifully printed on it in large letters. It was all very well to say, "Drink me," but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. "No, I'll look first," she said, "and see whether it's marked poison or not." For she had read several nice little stories about children who had gotten burnt because they would not remember the simple rule their friends had taught them, such as that red-hot pokers will burn you if you hold it too long, and that if you cut your finger very deep with a knife, it usually bleeds. And she had never forgotten that if you drink much from a bottle marked poison, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. My camera is dying, apparently. Let me plug it in. 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 Hey. Alright. Okay, let me get back into reading. Hooray. However, this bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it, finding it very nice, and it had in fact a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart custard, pineapple rose turkey, toffee, and a hot buttered toast, and she very soon finished it off. "What a curious feeling," said Alice. "I must be shutting up like a telescope." And so it was indeed. She was now only 10 inches high, and her face brightened up at the thought that she was now the right size for going through the little door in the lovely garden. First, however, she waited for a few minutes to see if she was going to shrink any further. She felt a little nervous about this, for it might end, you know, said Alice to herself, in my going out altogether like a candle. I wonder what it should be like then. And she tried to fancy what the flame of a candle looked like after the candle was blown out, for she could not remember ever having seen such a thing. Hello, I'm Muyu. We are reading Alice in Wonderland. Get cozy. I'm also live on YouTube, so that's cool, but you can just hang out here with us reading. After a while, finding nothing more happened, she decided to go on into the garden at once. But alas for poor Alice. When she got to the door, she found she had forgotten the little golden key, and when she went back to the table for it, she found she could not possibly reach it. She could see it quite plainly through the glass, and she tried her best to climb up, only up on one of the legs of the table, but it was too slippery, and she had tired herself out trying. The poor thing sat down and cried. There we go. I got there in the end. Come. There's no use in crying like that, said Alice to herself rather sharply. I advise you to leave off this minute. She gently gave herself a very good advice, though she very seldom followed it. And sometimes she scolded herself so severely as to bring herself to tears. And once she remembered trying to box off her own ears for having cheated herself in a game of conquest. Croquet? Croquet. I don't know why I thought it said conquest. That's a little random. Croquet. She was playing against herself, for this curious child was very fond of pretending to be two people. But it is no use now, thought poor Alice, to pretend to be two people. Why, there's hardly enough of me left to make one respectable person. Soon her eyes fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it and found it a very small cake, on which the word "Eat Me" was beautifully marked in cursive. In currants. Well, I'll eat it, said Alice. If it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key, and if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door, so either way I'll get into the garden, and I don't care which happens. She ate a little bit, and said anxiously to herself, which way? Holding her hand up to the top of her head to feel which way it was growing. She was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size. To be sure, this is what generally happens when you eat cake, but Alice had got so much into the way of expecting nothing but out-of-the-way things to happen that it seemed quite dull and stupid for life to go on in the common way. So she set to work, and very soon finished off the cake. Oh, we're done with that chapter. Oh, okay, we're done with that. Okay, let's take a break. That is chapter 1 of Alice. We will read chapter 2 if you want me to read chapter 2. We're taking a break though, because I need to drink water. Where's my water? Where's my wah-wah-woo? My wah-wah-woo-woo. Wah-wah-woo-woo. We're gonna take a break and watch some Alice in Wonderland on YouTube. So if you're on the YouTube stream, we're about to shift gears slightly so I can take a...
I ran out of crayons.
You ran out of eating crayons, broski?
More book if you are in the mood later.
Huh? Oh, no, we're just taking a little intermission so I can rest my voice. Hey, Silver. Good evening. Salutations, Bossman.
I've been eating crayons.
You've been eating crayons. Okay. Well, don't choke on them. Digesting wax is not good for you. We just finished chapter 1 of Alice. Now we're gonna go onto YouTube and watch some old Alice. Some old Alice movies. I think, if I believe so, that the first Alice in Wonderland, though it is damaged.
Angela said I shouldn't be eating crayons.
Who the fuck is Angela? Okay. I believe the first ever Alice in Wonderland movie is on YouTube. I will look for it. Okay. I believe God has a plan for all of us. I believe that God made me in my own planet, and I believe. Is it 1800s? Does it go back that far, or does it go back a little bit farther? I don't know. It might have been earlier. 1865? 1865? Is it 19? No, this one is not as old. There's one that's older than this. Is it this one? Is it this one? I'm thinking.
Brew is gonna get bonk. But
No,
they
I'm
taste so
not.
good.
No, I'm not.
I am gonna make some eggs with rice.
No, I am not.
Maybe I roast some chicken.
No, I am not. No, I am not getting bonked for this. This is like restored footage. Is it this one I'm thinking of? No, this one's still too recent. 1915 is too recent. 1915 is way too recent. Hey,
Why is bonk?
hi, Rose Breyer. I'm trying to find the first ever restored one. 1915 is not the earliest one. It's like 18 something. 1903 maybe? 1903 maybe? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. It's like heavily damaged. It's like incredibly damaged. That is something I remember. And it wasn't very long. I believe it's this one. Oh, Ziri is here. Hi, Ziri. Ziri is here. Yes, it's this one. This one is one. This is over 100 years old. Yeah, guys, I found it. I found it. Why would I get bonked for this? Why bonk? This is historical footage. I can't show historical footage? We can't watch historical footage and shit? The fuck? We can't do that? We can't do that anymore? I thought it was America. I thought this was America. Okay. I find this shit incredibly fascinating, and if you're like a lame-o who thinks like old movies are boring, go away. Let me
As he doesn't want Brew to get bonk. LOL. I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
I thought this was America. I'm not gonna get bonked. This is historical footage. I don't think this is copywritten by anybody. And also, it's too old to be copywritten. It was made in 1903. You can't copyright this shit. This should not be copyrighted. It's public domain. Like, I watch really old footage if I can help it. Because there's, like, literally, like, Betty Boop is 19. This is over 100 years old. Who owns the copyright to this? I feel like that goes against copyright law. Hold on. Because there's no way. Alice in Wonder. There's no way it should be copywritten. In 1903. It's completely public. It's way too old. Even if they tried to copyright this, they would have to like break the law to do it. I'm sure of it. Like I don't even know how Disney was doing it with Mickey Mouse. They like somehow skirted the line. They continued to skirt the line, and they still lost the rights to Steamboat Willie. They still lost the rights to Steamboat Willie. No, my avatar didn't break. When I hit numbers, it triggers my shit to go off. It's because the numlock is not. It's because my numlock is on. Whatever, it's fine. This is the point. The point is that you can't get in trouble for this. It's like way too fucking old. For 100 years old. Disney kept lobbying for the law to be extended. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's how Disney got away with it. Who is lobbying for this to be extended? Like who is protecting this movie? This movie was lost media. Like who is protecting it? So like vehemently that's still copyrighted. Somebody might try to strike me for it, but like there's no way. The movie is too fucking old. And this is made like right around when the book was like had just come out. Not just come out, sorry, but around the time the book came out. I love that you can see how damaged the actual film is. It's like looking at something you're not supposed to. It's like looking at demons and shit. It's like things you're not supposed to look at. Hold up, I'm gonna put this down a little bit. Boop. It's like looking at a portal in time. Also, I believe that Alice's dress was originally pink. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I believe her dress was originally pink. And oh my god! There are so many cool, like, things I've discovered about, like, Alice in Wonderland merchandise over, like, the past 100, 200, 300 plus years. Fascinating. Fascinating bullshit. Series is a fascinating bullshit. If you ask me. I gotta turn this down. It's too loud. Okay. There was like... Okay, so before they had movie theaters, they had like these projector shows where you would buy like a projector. It's like
Can I spit some bars?
Sure, spit some bars. They had these like projector shows and you have to buy these like custom painted things, and then you would have one person who would speak like the story out based off the pictures. It's so fun. That's so fun. I want one, but it's probably like thousands of dollars. I want one though. I want original one. I can also eat some jelly. I just realized. Copyright is legit as long after is legit as long after death as the author as it is because of Walt Disney being desperate not to let go of Mickey and throw a bag of money. Oh yeah. That is true. Yes, I can Yeah, that's not you just saying shit. That's the actual fact. Copyright is only the way that it is because of Disney. If Disney wasn't the way it was, then we would have everything would be public domain, and you could just make art. And I could just talk about movies on stream, and that would just be baller as hell. But I can't do that because Walt Disney. I'm having a jelly break. Or taking an intermission, people who just joined. We just read chapter 1 of Alice in Wonderland, and now we're going to read chapter 2. But I'm taking a bit of a snack break. So we're watching the first ever Alice in Wonderland movie made in 1903. Nobody speaks Chinese in here, broski. I don't know what flavor. I think this is supposed to be a melon. It doesn't taste like melon, though. It's delicious.
Hi, brew brew.
Hi.
Lala, lalu, lulatu 2222222. Lala, lalu, lulatu 2222222.
Word. Hi. We were doing book club. Say who? I don't know. Roland was having a stroke. So I just let him cook. Why is everyone speaking Chinese and Japanese in my comments? I like the way that they did the cat in 1903. It's just a normal ass cat. They were like, we don't have the budget.
It's been a while since I joined your stream.
Like, we don't got the budget to be making a cat costume. It's just a cat. It's just a cat in a bush. I haven't streamed. I haven't been streaming. I have not been streaming. No, look at it in gesture. On YouTube, you can see the video. Like, it's just a straight up cat overlaid over a bush. That's straight up just what it is. They took a recording of a cat and then they overlaid that on top of a bush and told her to stand to the side.
Then I just have to endure it. Watch me take my steps. My journey may be short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Okay. I haven't been streaming. I took a month off from streaming. But I'm back. I'm gonna get my rights back soon, so we've been streaming every day this week. And then we're gonna have a big party. We're gonna have a big old party. And I've been doing morning streams. And we've been watching Baki Hanma, which has been really fun. We did not do it this morning because I just couldn't be fucked. But
Yeah.
we've been watching Baki Hanma, and that's been fun. Ziri is a mess, though. Every time a person in Baki, a man in Baki, does a Baki, Ziri just goes, damn, he's hot. Every man in Baki, without exception, they've gone, man, oh no, he's hot. I think the only one they didn't do that was like Yujiro, because no, you said look at his back. Never mind. No, never mind. Everybody's getting it. Everyone's catching strays. Okay. Okay. We've played this out. I think all of these older ones are public domain by
Let us
now.
not forget. We're invited to a lifelong party. Lifelong party. It's route overstay. Bad manners. Bad manners.
What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you on about? Okay. We're gonna go back to reading books now. Hooray! I'm
I
talking about...
fucking hate text-to-speech. It ruins the
worth
lyrics.
showing off, it's worth protecting. Add
You
tech
fucking hate
coverage
text-to-speech,
to
it
your
ruins
USA
the lyrics.
and help protect your electronics from
Does it,
accidents,
though?
spills, and more. Help protect your tech for less. Get a quote today.
I was singing Tien Tien.
Hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. My connection on my phone cannot handle the YouTube back to ear when I return. Don't worry. We're going to reading anyway. Where's the book? Oh, but if I start this, I have to read a whole chapter. How much have we got left? We got 30 minutes left. Okay, I could start doing end stream routine for book club. Let's start our end stream stories. For the sake of semantics, I'm gonna hit you with the green eggs and ham. Your dad is in and out. Don't worry, we're gonna kill the next 30 minutes. I was singing Tian Tian. I know what that is. My daddy. Or should I just read another chapter? I'll read another chapter. I'll read another chapter.
Whatever is comfy.
I'll read another chapter. And then we'll read, All the Places You'll Go and the Carpenter and the Walrus. Yeah, and then we'll just read those and we'll pack it up. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. Goodbye, feet.
Yuru,
For when
is
she
it
looked
normal to
down...
have a big hole in your chest? I was reading Harry Potter.
What? What are you talking about? Hole in your chest. You read Harry Potter? Oh, I've never read Harry Potter. Ain't into Harry Potter. She do sick and their own. Oh, my poor little feet. I wonder who will put on your shoes and stockings for you now, dears.
It isn't. Fucking dies.
Okay. You're making me lose my spot. I'm sure I shan't be able. I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself for you. You must manage the best you can, but I must be kind to them, thought Alice. Or perhaps they won't walk the way. Oh my god, my throat, I almost choked on my own spit. But I must be kind to them, to talk the way I want to go. Let me see. I'll get them new pair of boots every Christmas. And she went on planning to herself how she would manage it. They must go by the carrier, she thought. And how funny it'll seem sending a present to one's own feet. And how odd the directions will look. Alice's right foot, Esquire. Heath rug near the fender. With Alice's love. Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking. Just at this moment, her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now rather more than 9 feet high, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off to the golden door. Poor Alice was so much as she could do, lying down on her side to look through into the garden with one eye, but to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, said Alice. You good? Me? Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just eepy. A girl like you, she might as well say this, to go on crying in this way. Stop this moment, I tell you. But she went on all the same, shedding gallons of tears until there was a large pool all around her.
I meant not choking.
Me? Oh no, I'm good. I'm not choking. I'm good. Go to sleep. No, I'm still reading. I have to kill like 20 more minutes. Iriam has me held hostage for the next 2 weeks. So, I can't. I need to get my hours. Pool around her. I mean, you know what? We could just go and just do the nighttime wrap up shit. I'll do that. I am tired. I can't skip on those. I can't skip on the last like 20 minutes. Also, can we talk about Dot's pretzels? I prefer the savory ones, but I got these cinnamon sugar ones, and I'm like, have the deep desire to stick them in cream cheese. I haven't done it, but they're so tasty. And usually I hate pretzels. I think they're like the most bum-ass snack. But nah, Dot's pretzels are good. Like, that's delicious. In the Disney movie, she took like 20 feet tall at least. No. Exaggerations, baby. I mean, Walt Disney hated his version of Alice. He considered it a complete failure. The people liked it. The myth is that everyone else hated it. He felt like he didn't do a great job on it. He felt like he had to cut a lot of corners and make a lot of like he had to change too much shit for his liking. But to make everybody happy, you can't. You have to pick one or the other. It's either do the first book or the second book. And then like people wouldn't be satisfied with that. So he took elements from both books, and he didn't think he did a great job doing it. But like people liked it, so who cares? Do kind of suck. Like soft pretzels though. Soft pretzels are delicious, right? These taste like a dehydrated soft pretzel, like that like fresh baked taste that most dry pretzels don't have. Dots pretzels have it. They're super buttery. They taste super fucking buttery. Like, I slammed back an entire bag of the originals in like 2 days. Like, I was inhaling them. And I'm a person who, like, I could let a bag of pretzels sit in the back of my pantry for a year, unbothered. No tear shed. Right? But, nah. Dots pretzels are delicious. Dots pretzels are super fucking good. I jumped in with a haven't you ever heard of? Yeah, let me find a book. Let me find a book. Damn it, someone pissed in the elevator? What do you mean pissed in the elevator? What do you mean pissed in the elevator? In the train station elevator? Somebody pee-peed in the train station elevator? Are you in New York?
That sucks.
Are you like in New York? Why's everyone peeing in the elevator? Num num. Big city, no public bathrooms, large homeless population. Feels like New York to me. Or maybe Philadelphia. Because Philly's subway is wet. It is moist all the time. And I hate it. I hate the Philly subway. It feels so much dirtier than the New York subway. Because it's wet. Like, it is shockingly moist. You can't see it. I'm grimacing. I'm grimacing. It's like shockingly moist. At all hours of the day. At all points in time. It feels like a hate crime towards me specifically. Because it's a crime. And I hate it. It feels like an attack on Brugus. Brugus specifically. And Brugus really, it's gross. West Coast. West Coast. West Coast, worst coast. But I still like you, so it's okay. I still love you, so it's fine. I like Crescent Town.
Can't wait to go to school and experience that.
God, it's so wet all the time. Okay. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. And you can see yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your way and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. You look up and down streets, look 'em over with care, and about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're just too smart to go down any not-so-good streets. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too.
Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be up on your way. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. And wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in the prickly perches and get your gang will fly on and leave you in the lurches. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bum, and the chances are then that you will be in a slump. And when you're in a slump and you're not in for much fun, unslumping yourself is not easily done. You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lightened but mostly are dark, a place you can sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right in 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go on round back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up their mind. Hi, Azzy. We are wrapping up, because I'm a little winded and tired today. You can go on, you can get so confused, and you'll start in to race, down long wiggly roads at a breakneck pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I'm afraid, towards the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all the waiting and staying. You'll find a bright place where the boom bands are playing. With banners flip-flapping once more, you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're just that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical thing you can do with that ball. You will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you are quite a lot. And when you're alone, and there's a very good chance, you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though the enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack crack and howl. Onward and upward, a frightening creak, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. Dear friends, I'm gonna stay up for Ziri. No worries. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will, indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Boxman, Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai, Alvan, Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Hooray! We ran a monk! We ran a monk! Yay! And then I'll just read my last one and we'll go bedtime. How much have we got? We got 10 minutes.
It's not gonna take me 10 minutes to recite the Carpenter and the Walrus. What star thing is there that you guys are grinding stars for? Cherry blossom background. Okay.
Stars.
It's on Irium. There's always temptations there to be like, I want a pretty background, but do I care? I'm probably never going to use this again. Or if I do use it, it's going to be in like a year or something dumb. It's going to be like if I go on reality again, which maybe I'll go on reality after I end this stream and play around a little bit. That might be silly fun. That might be silly fun, tee haha time. Your current one matches you so well. Yeah, this is like, I actually actively went out of my way to get this background specifically for my pajama print outfit. Do it for the lols. It's not like, oh, reality? Yeah, reality would be fun. I think reality would be fun. Streaming on Irium and like to get the background would not be for the lols. That would be me being kind of hypocritical. I think that would be me being a little hypocritical if I got like suddenly invested in an event. Guys, I know I hate this app and I talk about its downfall, but like, give me a background. Like, that would sound really stupid. That would sound dumb coming from me. But if I go, reality is the garbage app, but man, it's fun. It's like a really shitty club. And I go and I hang out there. That's not being hypocritical. I called it dog shit. I said it was fun dog shit, though. Brother, has my position with reality not always been, it's dog shit, but it's fun dog shit? I don't have this, like, I don't have this moral issue with reality. I have a moral issue with Irium, but I don't have a moral issue with reality, and I think that's saying a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, it's trash, but it's like, it's fun trash. You can do a lot of fun, silly, haha bullshit. So, I might go play on there.
Reality is garbage, but we had fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun happening on there. I feel like this is less bunch of fun happening and more a lot of chicanery and tomfoolery, one might say. But yeah, maybe I'll go on reality after this and play around a little bit. It might be silly fun, haha. I'll put the link in my I'll put the link in my server. I could not remember the word. And you can play there for a little while. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Okay. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sand was dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were hanging overhead. Wait. Yeah, I said that right. I'm so tired. There were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept for half a year, do you suppose, the walrus said, that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. O oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4, to give a hand to each. The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. Meow, 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 meow. Before young oysters hurried up, all eager for their treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings.
Wait a bit, the oyster cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be such a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice. The carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you weren't quite so deaf, I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick, after we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but, the butter's spread too thick. I weep for you, the walrus said, I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he snorted out, those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answers there came none, and this was scarcely odd because he'd eaten everyone.
Okay, where are we at? We got 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. These taste like bioweapons, but they also like... They're like so tasty. It's such a waste of plastic. It's so much plastic. These little jellies that shape like fruit, it's so much plastic. You keep telling me to watch videos. Is it the Kirby thing still? Are you still talking about the Kirby thing? I keep forgetting to watch it. It's just stop it. I'll watch it eventually. I'm gonna keep forgetting though. I haven't watched any of the like 700 videos Brenna sent me in the last like year. Sometimes I go on Instagram and I just like binge it. I like binge all the videos she sent me over an extended period of time. Brother, should I play on reality a little bit tonight? Should I play on reality a little bit tonight? Sad. I'm going my court. Azrael, it cannot be so pressing that you're willing to cry at me about this right
Only
now.
if you're not tired.
I'll play on there for like 30 minutes. I'll go on there and play a little bit for like 30 minutes.
Because I think it'll get annoying quick.
What, reality? It's only annoying if you let other people in your collab. It'll be kind of fun-ish to play on there a little bit. With my old model. Stop, you're so dramatic.
Oh, so you're just gonna play.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna seriously stream on there. I just want to play on it a little bit. And play on my old model.
Alright, just make sure you sleep when you're ready.
Yeah, I will. Or maybe I'll just watch more Fire Force. Who knows? Could I be, like, poisoning myself with microplastics, brother? By eating these little jellies? Like, how many of these do I have to eat to be, like, dosed with lead? Because I'm probably eating so much lead right now. I wouldn't be shocked if I'm eating, like, a ton of it. Or, like, mercury or something crazy. Because, like, it's always something crazy like that with these little cheap jelly snacks. There are those little jellies you get in those... You know those cases of jelly you see at, like,
Now
the
it makes
Asian
much of
and
a
Latin
difference from
market?
what we have available in the US as a standard.
Like, you know the like, and the Asian market and, like, the Latin market, there's, like, those little jellies you can get in, like, a big container. And there's sometimes they're shaped like little fruits. I bought a bag of those for $1. It's, like, 70 of them.
Yeah.
And I've just been kind of sipping on them. These would be so good with vodka. Anyway, I've been sipping on them, right? And like, you know, I'm like, these taste kind of like poison. But like, I'm enjoying the mouthfeel because I love jelly.
I think you'll be fine.
I hope I'll be fine. I hope I won't die. I hope I won't die. Why don't you just eat your pretzels? Because I want to also eat jelly. Like, can I live today? Let me live today. Okay, let me live today. Let me live today. I'm probably giving myself microplastics by microwaving Spam, musubi, and saran. You microwave it in saran wrap? Don't do that. You were definitely eating plastic in your little sushi situation you got going on. You're totally eating fucking plastic. If it wasn't the Spam giving you fucking hugging plastic down your throat, it was everything else. It was everything else but what you just did. Man, I would do anything to date an HVAC technician. Hubba hubba. Honestly though, you could fix the air in my house. That's like kind of hot. It is pretty cool. Brew Super Saiyan, he'll live forever till he chooses to die. No, Brew might have cancer. Brew might just get taken out in the next year. We don't know. I know we like stopped talking about it, but it's still a thing that's happening. HVAC techs are probably making bank. Yeah, for sure. I don't say that. What do you mean don't say that? It's like a 50-50 shot at the moment. In my humblest of opinion. You know we stopped talking about it, but it's still very much a thing that's happening. You're such good pretzels, I'm dying, bro. You're such good pretzels. I just wish I could get the other flavor. With salty ones. They're like super good with Cheez-Its. The whole last like 4 minutes of the stream has just been me shit posting. Alright. We're at the 2-hour mark, baby. It means Brooby can go and take a
I will
nap.
hope that you don't. Enjoy your radioactive snacks in the meantime.
Alright, guys. Thank you. Talks to local witch. I'll make sure your ass sticks around for a long time. Please don't. Please don't. Unless you plan for me to be rich in the same breath, please don't. Any whore. Time for me to say my bye-byes. Bye. Okay. Okie dokie. I love you. Because if you haven't heard I love you yet today, I will say I love you. Because hearing it is good for the heart, good for the spirit, and good for morale. I love you. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please remember to drink water, to eat food, to take care of your vessel. It's trying to take care of you. Don't punish it. It's not trying to punish you. Also, please remember to take your medication as prescribed. I know you may not think you need it, but you definitely do if you were prescribed it. Also, remember to be kind and be gentle with yourself. You're trying your very best. And I'm acknowledging that if no one else has, good job. Last but not least, remember, the mice run the true world order. Don't ask what that means, because I will never explain. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Tomorrow is Horror Hangout. Me and Brenna will probably host it, unless we can pull Eggy into it. Incredibly last minute. Because I didn't text her this week about it, and I keep forgetting to. And we could start Blood on the Tracks all over again. Or we could find a new comic. We'll figure it out. Anyway. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.